We're joined today by one of the funniest men that I think I've ever had the opportunity to see and really enjoy the live show. Gerry Dee is joining us today. Thanks, Gerry.
Well, thank you. That's a nice compliment.
We had a chance to see you, myself and my co-host Cheryl, in London. Would have been, about 6 months ago, Cheryl?
Yeah, back in the springtime. It was a little cold out, I remember.
Okay. There
At
you go.
Yuck Yucks, and it was an amazing show. Really looking forward to seeing you come into the Chatham Capitol Theatre as well. So it's not just yourself, right, Gerry? You're bringing in a group with you?
I got a couple other guys that I'll be bringing. Right now I've confirmed a guy named Graham Chittenden who has done Just for Laughs and does the special on Comedy Now that's coming out this year. And I'm just trying to find the right person to sort of fill the bill. So there will be two other comics with me, though, two funny comics.
Now, you're not just stopping here in Chatham. This is a whole comedy tour, right?
Well, we're doing 4 cities before the holidays, and we're tying in a little toy drive. So some of the proceeds we'll take, and we're going to work with your station and your toy drive, and we'll present you with some toys based on how many people are at the show. So we're trying to do something a little different because of the holidays, and at the same time, have a laugh.
It certainly is a great tie-in to do as well, and we're so looking forward to seeing you come in here. You've got such a diverse history as well, being a teacher, and there's kind of a tie-in there. Cheryl's, my co-host, her mom, is also a teacher as well.
Oh, there you go. Well, it's where I started most of my stand-ups. Most of the stories come from my teaching background. I taught for 10 years, and this was a career that I never really expected or saw happening. It just kind of started to evolve slowly as I got more into stand-up, but so there's a lot of talk of that, and now I've kind of moved into the family world with my own little kids and the wife, and so I tend to have some new stories about that might be some of the newer material, but I still draw a lot from my teaching years.
Well, no, obviously we've seen you in concert, but for anyone who's listening who hasn't seen you do a live show, what can they expect if they go out to the concert or the show in December?
Hopefully they're laughing, but I have a pretty good range. I'll get anyone from 15 to 70 at my show, so it's nice because I try to touch on stories, and I find a lot of the stories that I talk about and the bits that I do, people can say, oh my God, that's so true, or that happens to me, or I'm in the kids world right now, and I kind of talk openly about teaching and how kids have changed, and so it's not a show for the whole family, but it's pretty clean. It's for the most part. There's nothing that a 15-year-old hasn't heard at school that I don't talk about bedroom humor and things like that. So it's somewhat clean, and there's a little bit of language, and but for the most part it's a good time.
One of those moments for me during your show in London was talking about the bananas in the freezer. I looked at my wife, and immediately she said, "Don't say anything."
Well, that's that's just something that came from reality. Of my wife kept buying bananas, they'd sit in the bowl, no one eat them, and they'd end up in the freezer. And this was happening for years. And it's like we're running out of space in our freezer because of these bananas. And make the banana bread, for crying out loud. And she's I'm going to make it. I need to get the right recipe, and I'm not sure yet. So
yeah, I know.
It's funny that I didn't realize it would hit with so many women, that a lot of women do this.
Yeah, and that's always the excuse. Oh, don't throw it out. I'm going to make banana bread. I'm going to make banana muffins. You never do.
I know. It's like it's gold, though. It's like they're bananas. They were $1.89, and they treat them like, no, that throw out the meat that we're not eating, but don't throw out the bananas, because this is going to be the most special banana bread ever. And it's now we have another we have 3 freezers now, because everything's stuffed with bananas and popsicles and whatever kids eat.
So do you get a lot of guys coming up to you before shows? Perhaps you might remember before your show in London, someone approaching you before your show and insisting that you should go to Chatham someday.
Was that you?
That was me.
Well, it worked. We've kind of put the show together last minute, which worries me a little bit, because normally I would put 6 months of planning into promoting and marketing and stuff. So but you guys have been very helpful, and the other stations in your company have been helpful, and it's coming together, and we still have a long way to go. But I like to get into the new markets, and Chatham seemed like a perfect fit. I know the theater there; it's just been renovated, so regardless of how many people are there, and we're looking forward to coming.
Well, I mean, it's such a great cause, though. I think you'll definitely have a lot of people in the house on December 3rd, because a portion of the proceeds from every ticket sold will go to help out the No Child Without a Christmas campaign this year. So it's a pretty cool thing that you guys are doing.
It's something, it's not a lot. It's just I have 2 kids who are very fortunate, and they don't have to do without stuff at Christmas. And my parents didn't have a lot of money, but they always tried. And so I just thought, I'm at a level now where I can start to give back. And obviously being a teacher, and I always, see something in kids, and so I feel bad but we're not doing a lot as much as we probably could. But, I've got a friend here in Toronto that owns a toy company, so he's going to match whatever I buy, and he's going to give me all the toys at cost, so we should be able to get double. So, hopefully we'll have a good chunk of toys to donate back to you, and you'll distribute those to the kids in your area that might not have much.
Gerry, thank you so much for taking time out of your day. We are such huge fans and are so looking forward to the show on December 3rd.
Well, thank you so much, and we'll see you there.
Thanks, Gerry.